For more than 3 decades, the names Nick Gulas and Roy Welch were synonymous with professional wrestling across the southeastern United States. Roy Welch was one of wrestling's true pioneers. Beginning his career in the early 20th century, Welch helped establish professional wrestling throughout Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, and surrounding states. His promotion became one of the most successful territories in the National Wrestling Alliance, commonly known as the NWA. In the 1950s, Nick Gulas joined forces with Roy Welch, creating what became one of the most influential wrestling promotions in the South. Together, they promoted events in cities such as Nashville, Chattanooga, Memphis, Birmingham, Huntsville, Knoxville, and countless smaller towns throughout the region. The Gulas-Welch territory became famous for its exciting live events and weekly television programs. Fans packed arenas and tuned in every week to watch wrestling stars battle for championships and settle bitter rivalries. Many legendary wrestlers competed under the Gulas-Welch banner, including Jackie Fargo, Tojo Yamamoto, Len Rossi, Tommy Gilbert, Dutch Mantell, Bob Armstrong, and a young Jerry Lawler. The promotion also featured appearances by national stars who traveled through the territory while pursuing NWA championships. Television was a key part of their success. Weekly wrestling programs brought larger-than-life personalities into living rooms across the South, helping build loyal fan bases and sell out local arenas. The interviews, promos, and dramatic confrontations became just as important as the matches themselves. By the 1970s, professional wrestling was changing. Competition increased, and the Tennessee territory eventually split into rival promotions. Despite these challenges, the impact of Nick Gulas and Roy Welch on Southern wrestling history remains undeniable. Their promotion helped shape generations of wrestling fans, launched the careers of numerous wrestling legends, and established traditions that are still remembered today. The influence of Nick Gulas and Roy Welch can still be felt throughout professional wrestling, making them two of the most important figures in the history of the sport. This has been a look back at the remarkable legacy of Nick Gulas and Roy Welch, pioneers who helped make professional wrestling a beloved tradition across the American South.
Go! Go!
The Madison County Coliseum in Huntsville, Alabama, opened its doors in 1963. It quickly became a center for sports, concerts, and community gatherings. Over the decades, it has evolved, hosting countless memorable events. Today, it reprised out. The Madison County Coliseum has hosted countless thrilling wrestling events, so ringside seats we've now set. The arena is ready for action. The arena comes alive as wrestling fans fill every seat, ready for an unforgettable night at the Madison County Coliseum. The energy builds as the crowd settles in around the ring.
19 Huntsville.
This is Channel 19's Morning, folks. A public service potpourri of events on the calendar in various places throughout the North Alabama area. Now here's your host, Grady Reed.
And a very pleasant good morning. I hope it's a marvelous day for you, wherever you are. And
that was one of the most recognizable television personalities in North Alabama history and became closely associated with both WHNT-TV. Early career, before television, built his reputation in Huntsville radio. During the 1950s, working at WBHP, his friendly, conversational style made him a local celebrity long before he appeared on TV. Years 220+1, joining WHNT-TV. When WHNT signed on in 1963, Reeves became one of the station's original personalities. He worked in news and sports and quickly became a familiar face throughout North Alabama. Welch, host of Gulas and Welch Championship Wrestling. During the 1960s and 1970s, Reeves served as announcer and host for the Gulas and Welch Championship Wrestling television program on WHNT-TV. The show featured stars from the NWA's Tennessee territory and helped make professional wrestling one of the most
Welcome, wrestling fans, to another action-packed show. I am Grady Reeves, and we are here in the studios of WHNT TV 19. We've got an incredible lineup of matches for you tonight. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Len Rossi entering the ring for our first match of the evening. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. His opponent will be Carlos Mendoza, a tough and rough grappler from Mexico City. Bobby D is our referee for tonight. Tonight at the Coliseum, a huge main event when Len Rossi and Buddy Wayne take on Mephisto and Dante, and their manager Saul Weingroff will be locked in a cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans, tonight at the Coliseum, witness one of the most brutal and anticipated battles of the year. In the main event, it's a grudge tag team showdown. The masked terror duo of Mephisto and Dante, accompanied by Saul Weingroff, collide with the popular team of Len Rossi and Buddy Wayne. Because of his constant interference, Saul Weingroff will be locked inside a steel cage at ringside, unable to help his men. Will that be enough to stop the devious tactics of Mephisto and Dante? Plus a wild 7-man battle royal. 7 wrestlers in the ring at one time, every man fighting for himself, and only one man left standing when the dust settles. Featuring Saul Weingroff, Johnny Walker, Chief White Eagle, Tom Drake, Sandor Jackson, the Mighty Yankees, and more. 3 additional matches will be made from the Battle Royal eliminations, guaranteeing a night packed with action from start to finish. Don't miss the world's greatest professional wrestling, tonight at the Coliseum. Be there when the bell rings.
Sanchez didn't hold him. In comes Ricky, hits Sanchez. Hits him again. Down Sanchez goes. Rick comes over, down goes the Scorpion. Grabs Sanchez, and down he hits Sanchez again in the head. Hits him in the stomach. Down he hits him again. Hits the Scorpion. Down the Scorpion goes. On the outside. Now he's pounding him in the head. Johnny knocked Rick Sanchez down. Rick's in there, hitting him again. Now he goes over and kicks the Scorpion. Sanchez is staggering in the corner. He kicks the Scorpion off the ropes. I hit Sanchez. Grabs Sanchez by the hair. Pulled him down. Grabs him with arms. Throws him into the turnbuckle on the far right. Gives him a backdrop. Sanchez hits hard. Hit. And Rick Sanchez and Johnny Fields are out on the floor. Rick Sanchez kicks Fields. Now the Scorpion grabs up Rick Fields, and Rick Fields comes up and hits him in the stomach. He's still pounding on that bloody place. Now in the ring comes Sanchez, in comes Johnny Fields. The referee is ringing a bell to stop the match. He throws Rick Fields out on the floor. Johnny Fields is still pounding Sanchez. The referee kicks the referee down. The Scorpions in there. They got Rick Sanchez over in the corner. Both of them working on him. And in comes Scorpion to help him. The rails rang and the referee stopped the match. I don't know what he's done. They're still trying to get that mask off the Scorpion. Looks like he's coming off with it. Now Rick Sanchez goes over and pulls Rick Fields off. He's biting that bloody place. Marshall. Johnny Fields knocks the referee down. Throws Sanchez. What a bloody face Sanchez has got. What a bloody face Johnny Fields, Rick Fields has got. What a wild woolly match. What a bloody match. They're out on the floor. All of them are out there on the floor. Now Johnny Fields got Rick Sanchez and the Scorpion has got Rick Fields. They're still fighting on the floor. The referee is trying to stop them. Rick Sanchez can't see. I don't think Rick Fields can see. Johnny's coming up behind the Scorpion now, pounding him. And the referee's trying to separate them. Ricky Fields is on the floor. They're still fighting back next to the dressing room. The Scorpion broke and run. Rick Sanchez has run. Now Rick Fields run up behind him, hit him with a chair. The Scorpion running to the dressing room. And Rick Fields hitting Rick Sanchez with a chair. I hits him in the fist. Rick Sanchez kicks him in the chin. Now they're still fighting over it, going blow for blow. Back goes Johnny to help Rick. Now Sanchez is trying to get way to go.
Underneath the floodlights of Channel 19, a blue Jamaican pattern and a velvet green. He's the eye in the storm in that blazer dark, setting every Saturday morning on a spark. Got the NWA banner hanging over the floor. Grady's leaning in and he's ready for more. Send that signal down to the Tennessee line. Catch the Huntsville spirit and it's Saturday ropes and the turnbuckles glare. Grady Reeves is breathing in the southern air. A tie of white and blue while the heavyweights spin, telling us exactly where the good guys should win. No punches pulled on the mic that he grips, just the truth of the South on his weathered old lips. Send that signal down to the Tennessee line. Catch the Huntsville spirit in its Saturday prime. From the squared circle to your living room floor, he's keeping the count and he's keeping the score. He's keeping the score. The signal goes dim, but the memory stayed bright of a gentleman calling the Saturday fight through the static and snow on a basement TV. He was everything a wrestling man ought to be. Ought to be. Grady Reeves, WMG19, the best there ever was on the TV screen. Grady Reeves, WMG18, yeah, the best there ever was on the TV screen. Channel 19 signing underneath the floodlights of Channel 19, a blue Jimeric pattern and a velvet green. He's the eye in the storm in that blazer dark, setting every Saturday morning on a spark. Got the NWA banner hanging over the floor. Grady's leaning in and he's ready for more. Send that signal down to the Tennessee line. Catch the Huntsville spirit in its Saturday prime. From the squared circle to your living room floor, he's keeping the count and he's keeping the score. Keeping the score. Between the ropes and the turnbuckles glare, Grady Reeves is breathing in the southern air. A tie of white and blue while the heavyweights spin, telling us exactly where the good guys should win. No punches pulled on the mic that he grips, just the truth of the South on his weathered old lips. Send that signal down to the Tennessee line. Catch the Huntsville spirit in its Saturday prime. From the squared circle to your living room floor, he's keeping the count and he's keeping the score. He's keeping the score. The signal goes dim, but the memory stayed bright of a gentleman calling the Saturday fight through the static and snow on a basement TV. He was everything a wrestling man ought to be. Ought to be. Grady Reeves, WMG19, the best there ever was on the TV screen. Grady Reeves, WMG18, yeah, the best there ever was on the TV screen. Channel 19.
Tonight, the world's greatest professional wrestling returns. It's the Top Grudge Tag Battle of the Year. Mephisto and Dante versus the legendary Len Rossi and Buddy Wayne. And this time, there's nowhere to hide. Saul Weingeroff will be locked in a cage, completely unable to interfere. But the chaos doesn't stop there. Witness the feature attraction, a wild 7-man wrestle royal. 7 men, 1 ring, every man for himself. Featuring Johnny Walker, Chief White Eagle, Tom Drake, Sandor Jackson, and the Mighty Yankees.
Next up, we have a special music video featuring the masked interns with their manager, Dr. Ken Ramey, one of the toughest teams ever. Hello, fans. We are back. Next up, we have a special music feature on Kurt and Carl von Brauner, 6-time World Tag Team Champions.
Welcome back. Don't forget about the big main event Friday night at the Coliseum. Mephisto and Dante take on Buddy Wayne and Len Rossi. And Saul Weingroff will be locked in a cage. And don't miss the 7-man battle royal featuring the Mighty Yankees as number 1 and 2. Johnny Walker, Tom Drake, Chief White Eagle, Sandor Jackson. It's gonna be a big night of wrestling. Get your tickets early. This one is gonna sell out. Be right back.
Harold wore the silk and the rising sun. Under Tennessee lamps, he was everyone. Under Tennessee lamps, he was everyone. A midnight drive and a suitcase lock. Working the clock in the wrestling stock. The boots are heavy with the red clay mud. It's a territorial rhythm in the blood. JoJo's waiting for the cue to walk beyond the reach of the common talk. Oh, give him the heat, let the rafters shake. Another soul for the manager to take. He's the heel in the ring, he's the ghost in the light. Walking the line on a Saturday night. Two sides of a coin that never will spin. Where the mask begins, where the man ends and the mask begins. Behind the curtain where the smoke is thick, the manager's talking a brand new trick. Harold nods while the crowd begins to roar. Just another day on the hardwood floor. He's a villain for the folks in the topmost row, but a quiet man with nowhere else to go. Between the drop kick and the count of three, he finds a piece that the world won't see. Oh, give him the heat, let the rafters shake. Another soul for the manager to take. He's the heel in the ring, he's the ghost in the light, walking the line on a Saturday night. Two sides of a coin that never will spin, where the match begins, where the man ends and the match begins. Harold stays, Tojo walks. Mid-South echoes when the manager talks. When the manager talks.
Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans, tonight at the Coliseum, witness one of the most brutal and anticipated battles of the year. In the main event, it's a grudge tag team showdown. The masked terror duo of Mephisto and Dante, accompanied by Saul Weingeroff, collide with the popular team of Len Rossi and Buddy Wayne. Because of his constant interference, Saul Weingeroff will be locked inside a steel cage at ringside, unable to help his men. Will that be enough to stop the devious tactics of Mephisto and Dante? Plus a wild 7-man battle royal. 7 wrestlers in the ring at one time, every man fighting for himself, and only one man left standing when the dust settles. Featuring Saul Weingeroff, Johnny Walker, Chief White Eagle, Tom Drake, Sandor Jackson, the Mighty Yankees, and more. 3 additional matches will be made from the Battle Royal eliminations, guaranteeing a night packed with action from start to finish. Don't miss the world's greatest professional wrestling, tonight at the Coliseum. Be there when the bell rings.
Well, that's all for today, wrestling fans. Hope you enjoyed the show. I am Grady Reeves, signing off, and see you Monday morning for Morning Folks.